Nike International Friendlies. Today's second match features the under-17 national team of the United States taking on the under-17 national team of England.
It is the 2014 Nike International Friendlies from the Premier Sports Campus here in Lakewood Ranch, Florida, just east of Bradenton. We're on a chilly, chilly evening. It's the United States versus England. Of course, chilly relative, I guess, to the rest of the United States, no matter where you're watching on ussoccer.com. But it is upper 50s here in Bradenton, and a cool day has turned a little bit cooler at night. However, the wind that played a little bit of a factor in the earlier game between Brazil and Australia is pretty much died down. So it will just be a cool evening. Not expected to drop too much more, but it is going to be in the mid to upper 50s. It is the United States and England, U.S., looking to defend their 2014 Nike International Friendly Championship, which they got last year in large part because of this English team doing them a favor in the earlier game on the last day. Last year, the United States had to have a little bit of help, and they got it when England knocked off Portugal in the earlier game in that one. And once they did, it led to the U.S. and Brazil winner being crowned the champion of the friendlies, and the United States got that game 4-1. We mentioned it is game 2 of this series, where game 2 saw game 1, at least with Brazil leading or winning 4-0 against Australia in a game where they got 27 shots on goal and held Australia 2-5. But in this game here, which is part of the 2014 Development Academy Winter Showcase, which will kick off, this actually kicks it off tomorrow, under 18 action, and then every other day under 18, under 16 action. And of course, we'll play games 3 and 4 on Sunday of the Nike International Friendlies, and then on Tuesday will be games 5 and 6. As we mentioned, it is the United States and England. And England is a lot of these players very similar. We'll talk about that when we see a lot of the same players who played last year. And we'll talk about that as we see them, because what we've seen in the year, and of course when you're talking about these young 15-year-olds at this time, have really grown. We saw a lot of these players who maybe on the smaller side of the 5'2" to 5'5" range last year, now probably approaching 5'8" to 6 feet tall. So it's definitely made a bit of a difference. You're watching the United States flag carriers as the teams are about ready to take the field in just a moment. The officials are getting sorted out. We'll give you the starting lineups. First for the English squad, in goal will be Alfie Whiteman. James Yates will wear 2. Teo Adun will wear number 3. Tom Davies will have the captain's armband, and he'll wear number 4. Cameron Humphreys Grant will wear number 6. He'll get the start. Nathan Holland wears number 7. He'll also start aside Lucas Nmecha, who wears number 9. Leighton Ndukwu gets a start at 11. Danny Collins wears 15. William Patching 18. And Jamal Hector Ingram will wear number 19. As you see, a few of the fans getting their part and setting up here at the Nike International Friendlies, as the substitutes are now making their way across the field. They will get down to the side. You can see that across the line. For the United States, who are just coming back from a tournament in Chile last week, where they did face the Brazilian team. They also faced Chile and Qatar. But Kevin Silva will get the start in goal. You'll see Matthew Sunday. He'll wear number 2. John Nelson wears number 3. And Alexis Villela, he'll wear number 4. Eric Cavillo will wear the captain's armband and sport number 6. Haji Wright, the forward who leads the United States Under-17s in scoring, wears 7. Luca De La Torre wears 8. Alejandro Zendejas 9. Christian Pulisic wears 10. Josh Perez 11. And Daniel Barber will wear 14. Again, as teams are making their way across, and as part of this showcase, as we mentioned, the 16s and 18s that are going on, the Winter Showcase has become the staple in the Academy calendar year. as these groups look forward to 3 competitive matches against out-of-conference opponents, and players will also compete with the watchful eyes of all the U.S. Scouting Network. And that's the advantage here of the Nike International Friendlies, having many of the coaching staff and technical directors and everyone else here in Bradenton. They'll get a good idea which will be in attendance and evaluate the games. And of course, we mentioned the 18s will play here tomorrow on the 29th, on the 30th, and the 2nd, where the 16s will play on the 30th, December 1st, and the 3rd. And of course, the 218-player roster is also going to feature players in 1998-99, which will be the Academy Select match on December 1st. As rosters handpicked by the U.S. technical advisors, we're going to compete against each other. Some of those players have gone from the select game to the youth national team, including Minnesota Thunder alum Jackson Ewell, who was featured regularly with the U.S. Under-17 and Lone Star product Mackenzie Gaines. And Gaines is on the roster. He's just on the bench here tonight, as we do see the United States and England coming across. And of course, the Academy Winter Showcase, as we talked about, with the 2004 Nike International Friendlies, which is the under-17 men's national team, and they are getting ready for the World Cup in Chile next year. So that's why that round down there, look, at least get them very familiar with everything else. And of course, England, Australia, Brazil, all at 6 o'clock. All 6 games here at the Nike International will be streamed live on USsoccer.com, which you're probably watching us now. And the USA matchups all preceded by a 3 o'clock Eastern game that includes earlier today, Australia-Brazil, which saw Brazil win 4-0. Brazil and England will be on Sunday, in England, Australia on the 2nd, and including some other great matchups. So for all the information, you go to USsoccer.com and look at the Academy section for the Development Academy. If you're in the Florida area, come down, visit. It's all free. You can come out here and check out the action. Here is the national anthem, first for England, and then we'll be followed by the Star Spangled Banner. Teams will shake hands now as England makes their way across the line. The officials, actually the coaches first for England, John Peacock is your head coach, and Richie Williams, of course, the under-17 director here of the United States. The officials, Mark Allerton will be the center referee. Catherine Nesbitt will be the assistant. Also will Jose da Silva, and your fourth official, Chapala Street. United States, England will be wearing all white, white jerseys, white shorts, white socks. The United States with the red jerseys and red shorts, and red jerseys with the blue and white stripes is affectionately called by many the bomb pop uniform. We'll see that as they will maintain their jackets for the pictures. Red shorts, red socks will be the case, and they will make their way. Photos being taken here at Lakewood Ranch, and as we mentioned, a chilly evening. It's Sunday's action expected to be temperatures in the 70s, mid to upper 70s, and then Tuesday for the final round of games. It's still a long way away, considering it's 4 days away, but expected possible rain showers in the area, so we'll keep our eyes on the weather as that day becomes closer. But that'll be the last of the matchups, and in order to get to put yourself in a position like the United States would like to do, they're going to have to get a result today, because Brazil took care of business themselves today. They won 4-0 against Australia, which will be the United States' next opponent come Sunday. And as we do that, the handshakes are coming. We'll get the coin toss here in just a second, or perhaps we already did. England will go ahead and defend the north goal, and the United States has made their way. Again, the red jerseys with the white stripe above it and the blue above that across the shoulders will be the standard uniform. Just seconds away here from action here in Bradenton. Again, Lakewood Ranch, and for those who are familiar trying to find out where that is, it is just east of Bradenton. And for those who want to know a little more specific, Bradenton is just about an hour south of Tampa. 30 minutes, 45 minutes, depending upon where you are exactly, but about 45 to 50 miles south of Tampa. And, of course, that will also lead you down to Sarasota. So it's on the Gulf Coast of the Florida Peninsula. This is where the IMG Academy is and where all the stuff goes on. That's why the U.S. Soccer Development Academy. U.S. breaking their huddle. England already lined up. And the United States holding us up here. They are ready to go as Kevin Silva heads down to his net. The United States will have the kickoff, and they will start this action. Christian Pulisic on the ball, along with Alejandro Zendejas. And we are underway from Lakewood Ranch. Long ball sent forward. Pulisic will head it on to Zendejas, who brings it down on his chest. He'll have his attempted pass taken away, but the United States able to run onto it. That's De La Torre, who sends it across, and it's headed away by England. And De La Torre will control it in the corner. And it will go off of him, and it will be an England throw-in. So England will have the throw in the corner. We've talked about this being the U.S. Soccer Development Academy, and as your technical director of U.S. Soccer and your head coach of your men's national team, Jurgen Klinsmann, has made his way into the stands. Alfie Whiteman back in the net for England. Is the United States content to let England play it from the back? Defending, letting the back third go ahead and come out the back. Zendejas forward, putting pressure up top. And now back to Whiteman again. To mention Tom Davies, who wears number 4 for England. He's the captain's armband for the United States. Eric Cavillo wears number 6, both of them playing in the center. Davies more so towards the back. Cavillo kind of the defender right above that. Now the U.S. will step up pressure, and England is under a little bit and able to get it out towards the wing. But it still comes in. Maybe off the hand of the United States. No foul called, and the ball played in will be cleared away. And now out, and England will try and bring it out their back third again. Miscontrolled in the middle. Now Haji Wright. He'll make a move and dribble out at the defender. Nice tackle there, pushes him away, but he'll still maintain possession going towards the corner. And again, this year we've talked about Haji Wright certainly was always one of the taller young men anyway, but even more so, he's much taller. As Sunday will get it in the back for the United States, and the U.S. will keep possession and now go forward. There's Cavillo. Wide to Nelson. Nelson gets it back. That's Barber. Calvillo, long ball. It's taken there by Teo Edun. And headed out by Olasunde. It'll be a throw in for the English. Foul on the U.S. Good look at the captain for the United States, Calvillo. Committed that foul there. Nice touch. De La Torre. Chip it up for Haji Wright. That ball's going to find its way to Alfie Whiteman. The English goalie, and he'll roll it out, and the England will bring it from the back. Ball looking for Hector Ingram, but the U.S. has a counterattack. Into De La Torre on his left. He'll keep it going to Nelson. Now for Perez. And there's Villela. He'll try and switch the field. He will, as it finds Perez. Josh Perez able to keep it inbounds. Now to Nelson. Nelson will cut it inside, looking for a man. He'll drop it off to De La Torre. Tries to split the defenders, and he'll lose the ball there at the top of the penalty area. And on the loose one, he'll chase it down. Calvillo. Wide to Olasunde. Matthew will take it down to the line. He'll go around the defender using that speed. He's into the penalty area and across. Over the top, and it goes underneath Josh Perez, and now England will come out the other side. A good opportunity for the United States. But now England forcing the United States to defend. Barber runs over it, and this one's going to stay in bounds as Hector Ingram has it. He thought he may have been pulled on, but no foul call, and will continue play. A sweeper for the U.S. Villela across the back line. Barber finds Nelson. 6.5 minutes have gone by here. Throw in for the English. These two teams met last year in these Nike International Friendlies. The United States coming away as a 4-1 winner. That was in game 2 of the action. As Perez can't get that ball across. A handball call as that ball bounced up and hit in Mecha in the left hand. Be a free kick just inside the half. Nelson looks to set it up. Nelson left back. Gives it to Barber. Barber's got a little bit, but he'll go back to Silva. Silva outside his penalty area will overlook and send it out to Villela. Villela looking for the long switch. He gets it to Perez. Perez brings it down with the thigh. And Nelson now up towards in the front. Back to Perez. As Pulisic can't connect with him. United States trying to force a turnover. And they'll have it with Cavillo. He'll look for Ola Sunday. Now Villela again. Zendejas out to Ola Sunday. He'll cut inside. He'll lose it. He'll get called for over the top. Be an English free kick. Long ball played into the corner. And it's cleared away. Villela up high. I don't know if it's deflected or not, but it's going to stay in bounds. England will come away with a loose ball. They're out wide. They don't have anyone in the area, so they'll play it back. Down the ball in Mecha. That might deflect long enough, but Silva will pick it up. He'll roll it out towards the middle. Cavillo. Zayas tried to shield the ball as we'll go out. It'll be a throw in for the United States. Long ball into the corner, Zendejas. There's Pulisic, now wide to Perez, left foot, goal by the United States. Looked like Zendejas may have got it on the cross from Perez. And the U.S. is taking a 1-0 lead here in the 11th minute. And let's go ahead and check that out here as there's a ball by Perez and off the left thigh, and that is Zendejas in position, able to get the goal. So the United States able to jump ahead 1-0 on the turnover, and then they'll take it into the corner. And a nice finish. That's what strikers do. Doesn't matter how you get in. Doesn't go the foot, shoulder, whatever. Just get it in the back of the net. And that left thigh by Zendejas has given the U.S. a 1-0 lead.
Goal scored for the United States in the 11th minute by number 9, Alejandro Zendejas, assisted by number 11.
United States looking to add to this 1-0 lead. As Pulisic will dribble down to the corner. This one will go off, and they'll say it will be a corner kick, and deflection off the English captain, and Pulisic has earned the United States a corner. Ball played across back post, headed up, not out, but now cleared away by England. Sent back towards the corner.
Our defender, they never do that. They never get the ball to try to pass it inside.
This one goes underneath the foot, but Cavillo will still chase it down. Barber with it. With a little bit of time, Barber on his left foot looking for a little help. And now he'll play it back to Villela. All the way back to Silva. England will push the lineup. The United States walking back in. Hachi right in an offside position, but he'll wait. He'll hold it off, and that one not controlled real well by Perez, and it's a turnover. England on the counter attack. Ball played in, and it's just a little beyond it, but now he'll chase it down in the corner. It go down. It's going to roll out for a goal kick. That was Ndukwu. After Nmecha let it go by him, and Ndukwu just had it, couldn't quite connect on it. And the United States good defense and able to recover. Now the U.S. with an opportunity. Overlapping run, and old Sunday, he's not going to be able to get there. As Pulisic tried to hit him, instead it went a little bit, and it will be a goal kick. Whiteman will play it short. Now England brings it out of the back.
I gave the ball to the guy that scored. He did a throw in and then there was a crossing.
England waiting on it. The U.S. kind of holding the line in midfield, light pressure, but now England, a little bit of space, will cross into midfield. Plays it wide. Ball played into the area. Silva coming off his line, but he's out. But now Davies will try and chip him back to the back post. Silva able to recover and collect the ball towards the back post. Good work, and James Yates had it into Davies, and Davies running up from the back central midfield position. Saw Silva may have mistimed it and tried to go for a little bit of the chip. Instead it went a little high towards the back post, and Silva, nice recovery. It'll be a throw in for England. Shouldered off the ball, and that was Pulisic looking for the foul, but referee deemed illegal, and the U.S. England earns a throw. England now going at the back defense on the right side, on the left side of the U.S. formation, cutting inside. Now open again is Yates. Yates will look to put it across. He does. It goes off the body of Nelson. It will be a corner kick for England. Good look at Kevin Silva there, the U.S. goalkeeper. Taking this for England will be William Patching. Patching, right foot, will be out swinging, coming away from the goalkeeper. Silva punches it away, and it's headed even further away. Ball is still loose, and Yates will play it back towards the corner. It's a race to get there first, and it's Zendejas who does, but he tries to send it upfield. It will go out for a throw-in. Silva's strong on the punch on the cross. Got it away, and the U.S. able to head it even further away. Throw in down the line. Played across on the left foot, back post, and it has to be headed over the inline by Barber. Be another corner kick for England. England sending two guys out there quickly, and they get it. Patching has it. Now he'll go on the left foot, send it towards the back post. Silva goes off his hands. No one talked to him at that point, and it goes out. It'll be a corner kick. Perhaps would have gone long, but the U.S. on a little mental error there. Someone should have told him, let it go. And Patching will take this one. He uses right foot. Referee's going to talk. A little bit of pushing and shoving going on in front of the net. Appears to be Nmecha. Tied up with Nelson. This one goes over everyone. It will be chased down into the corner, and England will keep it in play. There's Davies, and he has it taken away by Barber. De La Torre gets clipped, and it'll be a free kick for the United States. Game 2 here of the Nike International Friendlies. Long ball on sides is Zendejas. He'll head it down for Perez. Perez has right open on the far side. Haji right. And with the defender to beat, he'll take it on his right foot, cut it back to the left, shooting off the defense. Pushed down from behind. It'll be a free kick for the United States. As Josh Perez had it, got his body between him and the defender coming back from midfield to help out, pushed him over. There's a good look at Jurgen Klinsmann as the head coach of the men's national team and, of course, technical director of United States Soccer. He's got his eyes on this free kick, as do we. It appears it might be Perez over the ball if it's the left foot. If it's the right foot, it will be Christian Pulisic. Pulisic had a goal against Brazil the other day, the right foot, but it was from the other side of the goalkeeper. Wall set up. And it will be Perez, left foot into the wall. Deflected, and Pulisic will run it down into the corner. He's got a couple defenders on him. He'll just play it off of the English player and get a throw in. Ola Sunday. And that ball will go over the end line. The curve back in, it'll be a goal kick. Alfie Whiteman, the English goalkeeper tonight. He'll play it short. United States content to do that, let England get up out of their back third and then put the pressure on from there. Davies able to split the defenders, but the U.S. take the ball from him. Barber will utilize his goalkeeper, Silva. Silva will play it short into Villela. And Pulisic, nice turn. Tries to go wide to Perez. Will he be able to chase and keep it in? He does. And now Nelson. Nelson. Into Cavillo. Cavillo will try to go over the top to right. Right's on it. It's on his left foot. Will he earn the corner kick? No, it'll go off him, and it'll be a goal kick. Good defense there by English skipper, or at least Danny Collins, the defender. There's a good look at Haji Wright. As we said, one of the taller kids last year, but even more so, really probably grown a good 4 or 5 inches just from last year at the under-17s here at the Nike International Friendlies. Last year with 5 goals in those 3 games. Nelson and Barber work together. Barber decides to go wide out of bounds into the throw-in. As English is putting a little bit of pressure on. Perhaps Silva may have been more so. Ball played short. And the shot there is handled. William Patching comes in, and Kevin Silva able to collect that one. So it rolled up to him. De La Torre. The right foot that deflected, and Whiteman will collect it before it goes out of bounds. A little bit of space, but he decides to slow it down. Big tackle by Nelson. able to get it. Good look here at the last English attempt as he kind of a poke at it a little bit, but it was a good follow-up and well held by Silva. Otherwise, Ndukwu would have been right there. As now Yates will send this one across. Back post, it's going to go over everyone else. Ola Sunday will help it go towards the corner, running to keep it from going out of bounds and sending it up the field is the U.S. It'll be a throw-in. Looks like Josh Perez is going to get a conversation right now. A referee had a word. Seems to be everything fine now. It'll be the throw-in for England. Again, played out of bounds by the U.S. Another English throw. Nice turn by England. Now towards the back post. Silva dives and keeps it from going in front of the net, where England did have a player. The U.S. had defenders too, but no need to keep it out of that trouble. Nice job by Silva to cut off that cross. The U.S. now will turn it over again. England with the better part of the play the last couple minutes. Cut inside. Now they go two defenders, and the U.S. worked well as Pulisic will come the other way as Nathan Holland taking off that ball. Here's De La Torre, was clipped. Play on. Referee thought there may have been too much embellishment, and now England will come back the other way. Tackle by Calvillo to get the steal. And now it's Josh Perez. Perez plays it towards the corner, and now it's a good opportunity for Pulisic. Pulisic into the penalty area, around the defender. He's into the goal box. Shot save off the line. Deflection. Now it's save off the line again. The English defender, and it appeared to be Teo Edun, who was able to knock at least one of those off. We'll take a look at the replay as the play is whistled dead, and it will be a goal kick. There is Pulisic, who goes around the defender, gets all the way into the area, into the goal box. And as he cuts it back, the United States on a nice finish attempt. Yes, that was definitely Edun. And then that was off Whiteman. The second one was a goal saved by Whiteman as it came in on him. So the United States with a couple of opportunities, and Teo Edun with a great save off the line to keep this one 1-0 United States. So the U.S. with possession wide. Barber now with it. He'll cross midfield. Long ball, and Whiteman will collect this one. So the United States, unfortunate not to be ahead 2-0. To try and regroup, but England will now have possession and played into the corner. Nice ball going around the outside. A long ball sent across, but Villela is there. He'll send it out. It will be a corner kick. So England on that opportunity by Teo Edun, who was the defensive hero just a couple of minutes ago, kicking it off the line, put that ball across, and will earn the corner kick for the Lions. The three Lions, I believe.
Yeah, that's what they call it.
So in the in-swinger, patching. Ball bounces in front. No one's able to get on, and that will roll towards the corner. Two players tied up, and the United States will earn the kick as Perez and Hector Ingram, that's Jamal Hector Ingram, get tied up, and a lot of times the bigger player will get called for the foul, and that was the no difference there. Barber left foot long ball across midfield. Challenging is Pulisic, headed away. De La Torre, Perez. Back to Perez. Perez taken from it now. And now Collins. That patching up for Hector Ingram. Be off of Hector Ingram. So says the linesman. It'll be a throw in the United States. Perez is fouled. Cavillo and Villela will work together in the back. Almost a forced turnover by the U.S., but England will come away. We'll try and send it back to where it came from. Sunday will chase it down now. Haji Wright. He and Davies are tied up. Wright tries to go around him. He does. Into Pulisic. Pulisic has Sunday overlapping. Sunday with it. First time, right foot across, headed away by England. Now strong play by the English forward. Attacking the net. Tries to go around. He does go around, and Barber's going to be whistled for a foul. That'll be a card. Daniel Barber. More so, the body's tied up. That's one of the ones you never would have foul. Here's a replay on it, as you saw in Mecha go around. Mecha was able to push the ball around, and as he did, Barber stepped in, and there's your free kick. 30 yards out. Not far from the center of the field. But Barber with the yellow card here in the 30th minute. England will take their time. Referee will count the yards up, but he's standing on the spot of where the ball is. He'll count off the 10. They'll probably, looking at the 10, will get right to the 18-yard box. Actually, we'll go 2 yards inside it. So if we're at 17 yards, we'll say it's 27 yards out. We'll trust the referee that he's actually marked off 10 correct yards. He'll keep his eye out.
Minute to number 14, Daniel Barbier of the United States.
Right foot swinger, and Silva handles the ball cleanly. Nicely done by the U.S. goalkeeper. That was patching. Kevin Silva able to control that one in front of him, which is well done. So there were a couple of English forwards bearing down upon him. So De La Torre, Villela. Now Silva under pressure will just send it long. Well done by the keeper. Kept in bounds by Perez nicely. There's Zendejas, one man to beat. Holds it down. He tries to get Perez running, doesn't get there, and Nelson will come in and clean it up. Ball will go into the English bench, but it will be a throw in for England. And they'll control it and keep possession. U.S. using their good pressure in order to almost force the turnover. Patching now. It's Humphreys Grant, Cameron Humphreys Grant in the back. That one goes out of bounds, be a throw in for England. A couple of hyphenated last names for the England team. Long ball in. Onto the line. Silva goes down and keeps that one from going in front of the net. Well done by the U.S. goalkeeper. As Hector Ingram, one of those hyphenated names, able to go down and try to put it across, and Silva read that one well. Be a throw in for England. And now the United States will clear it out. It'll be out of bounds right in front of the U.S. head coach, Richie Cunningham. Richie Williams. Not happy days, Richie Williams. showing my age a little bit. That one will go off of England. It'll be a throw in the United States. England threatening in top of the penalty area. Big shot from distance, but it was blocked. Rebound comes out. And Olasunde able to take Tayo off the ball. And Olasunde now will try and connect with Zendejas. Zendejas can't come up with it. And it will go off of England. It'll be a throw in the United States. Olasunde. U.S. finding Olasunde on the right side. Steps over the ball, going towards the corner, tries to use the speed, but it's taken off the ball by Teo Edun, that is. And Olasunde will on the tackle. This one's going to go off the U.S. It'll be a throw in for England. Good look at the referee, Mark Allerton. Ball switched to the near side. Yates brings it down. He'll push it forward to Holland. Nathan Holland back to Yates. Yates comes, he'll send it across. Ball empty, the net is empty, and the ball cannot make the way into the net as Ndukwu put it on, but it was slow, and the U.S. able to kick it off the line. One of the defenders covering back. But Ndukwu did not get all of that one at the empty net. Did put it towards the net, but the slow roll able to have it kicked off. But England threatening again. Ball sent across. Barber will clear it out. And we'll get a chance to take a look here as England throws it in. There's Yates pulling it back, and there it is, Ndukwu. And ball rolling slowly off, and it was Villela who was on the line and able to clear it away. Now England threatening again, though. Here's Ndukwu. And now cleared out by Olasunde. Good move by the right back for the United States, keeping Ndukwu for getting the cross. And then as the deflection came, we'll put it out of bounds. Ball into the penalty area. Humphreys Grant. Working with Ndukwu. They'll play it back towards midfield. And we are going to get a free kick, but just outside the penalty area. An English player fell a couple yards into the penalty area, but did not go. It's going to be a free kick just outside the area, and you can see Villela came in, and it's just outside the area. English looking for the penalty, but it will be right on the line. Appeared to be Hector Ingram who was stepped inside. So a dangerous opportunity as Silva sets his two-man wall. Of course, right now they're only about 3 yards from it, so we know that's going to be further back, and they'll be asked back. Silva will have to wait to set them. And it is two-man wall. Looks to be patching on the ball again. We've seen him go towards net from more the center. This one going towards the upper post, back post, and it just goes wide, and it will be a goal kick for the U.S. Hector Ingram for England was standing back there, but it was over his head, and it goes out of bounds. Last 7 minutes and change of the first half. It's 1-0 the United States, and a goal by Zendejas. Assist by Perez. And England comes down with the ball. England with the better part of the play the last 5 or 6 minutes or so. And again, an opportunity, but this time, stepping on the ball is Mecha, and he can't get the shot off. Silva will send it to Olasunde. Olasunde. The U.S. quickly on the counter. Looks wide, there's Zendejas. Zendejas takes it to the inline, puts it across, can't get there. Perez cleared out by England, and now Olasunde will send it, and that could be a handball, and it will be a penalty kick. Olasunde with the rip towards the net, and it looks like Davies had the ball out, or his hand out. It went off there, and the U.S. will have a penalty. We'll get a look at that. Olasunde came up and just ripped the ball. We'll take a look at this here. As you can see, Olasunde came in, trying to put it on net, and it wasn't Davies, but it was Teo Idun who was out there, and his hand was away from the body. And that will give the United States a penalty opportunity. Christian Pulisic will step up and go from the spot. Pulisic versus Whiteman. Will be delayed a second as the referee tells the players to step away from the penalty area. Actually, Olasunde had to go off the field for treatment, and as he's off the field, he'll have to wait until this is taken. Pulisic and Whiteman. And Pulisic goes to the left, Whiteman goes to the right, and it's 2-0 U.S. Goal for Christian Pulisic on the penalty. As we get a good look here, as Pulisic sent Whiteman to Whiteman's right, just with the body lean, and as Whiteman goes, Pulisic goes the opposite direction, and the U.S. takes a 2-0 lead. The counterattack, very good right there in that case, because England had been controlling the play. And that, by the way, is Pulisic's 15th goal of the year, second to Haji Wright, who I believe has 18.
It's really like 1 o'clock in the morning today. A little late.
England taking off the ball again. Nelson will send it up the field. Zendejas, nice touch and taken down. We'll see what the referee says. Pulisic comes in, and Davies got in. Didn't seem to be reckless, but Pulisic is definitely hurt. His body went high in the air looking at the ribs, and I guess Davies will get the caution. We'll go and get a look at the foul as Pulisic coming up, and actually, as you can see, just came in late, and the referee didn't necessarily deem it to be a card. No card issued. But Davies was late, and it's definitely a foul. Don't really have a real issue with that. So the U.S. look to play it short. Now they go back. Barber and Villela will work together again. That ball's headed out and off the head of Yates. This is De La Torre. And Barber. Finding Perez. De La Torre. Nelson, and a throw-in. Perez runs down the loose ball. Cavillo. Pulisic, nice touch up to Perez. Into De La Torre, who takes it off him. Maybe a little miscommunication. Both players going in. A nice defensive play there by De La Torre. It will deflect off. It will be a throw-in for England. Now Haji Wright has it in the penalty area. Nicely defended by Collins. And this one's going to go off of the English player. That is Holland, Nathan Holland. So he tried to go around Nelson. It will deflect off of Nelson and then off of Holland. Throw in for the red. And that one's out. It'll be a throw in for. We'll just complete it, the red, white, and blue. U.S. fancy play as Pulisic clicks that up to De La Torre. De La Torre going around the defender as it deflect off the defender, and it will be a corner kick for the United States. About a minute on the time remaining in the first, plus any stoppage time. U.S. leads 2-0. Played across, headed up. Haji Wright, and a foul will be called on the U.S. Perhaps a pick set in there. Alfie Whiteman took the free kick for England. Long ball played in, kept in by Yates. Holland for England. Back to Yates. There's Davies. Collins will chase it back for the white shirts of England. Fourth official will hold up the clock, and as we see 1 extra minute of stoppage time will be put on the clock. 1 extra minute. Collins, though, in the meantime, gets it to Davies, back to Yates, and into Holland. Holland miscontrols, but Yates will chase it down. But the ball will go out of bounds to be a throw-in for the U.S. Throw in for England. Hector Ingram on the ball. He'll give it up to Yates. Final seconds here of the first half, stoppage time. See as this one goes out off of Calvillo. We'll see how much time's left, and there is no time left as the referee has blown the halftime whistle. But goals by the United States, Zendejas and Pulisic. Pulisic was a penalty kick, has given the U.S. a 2-0 lead. We've seen 3 halves of play here at the Nike International Friendlies at the Development Academy, U.S. Soccer Development Academy, and each half has seen 2 goals. Brazil scored 2 in each half against Australia earlier in their 4-0 win, and now the U.S. has taken a 2-0 lead. Second half action. We'll be back in a few minutes. It's U.S. Soccer on ussoccer.com.
walk over to that tree over there across the field.
Welcome back to Lakewood Ranch here near Bradenton, Florida, where the United States leads England 2-0 in the Nike International Friendlies. Earlier today, Australia fell to Brazil 4-0, so the U.S. looking to keep pace here in this round-robin tournament. First half action, we had a couple of goals, and we'll go ahead and try and get a look at those that we saw here. As you see the teams warming up right now as they come back on. The United States seems to have their starting 11 back out there. England still kicking around. There's the officials making their way back across the field too in just a minute. But if we want to see those highlights, if they're perhaps available, we'll go ahead and take a look at those. You can see the first goal here, as it was Josh Perez able to get around, and there's Zendejas coming in with the left thigh and able to put it past Toffee Whiteman on the near post. That gave the United States a 1-0 lead. And then you had Olasunde, who ripped a shot from outside the penalty area, and Teo Idun put that right arm out, and then it was Pulisic to put the goal in the back of the net, hit the ball there as the 2-0 lead for the United States after the first half action. So lots was going on that we saw in the United States again going out. Doesn't appear to be any subs for the U.S. just as of yet. We'll go ahead and correct that if we need to. But as we mentioned, the Nike International Friendlies here, it's all going around as part of the Development Academy's Winter Showcase. And that's all happening right here. It's 2014, and that means we have under 18 age groups kicking things off tomorrow. It's a rather slow day down here today, but tomorrow will certainly not be. Lots of soccer, and if you live anywhere down here in the southern half of Florida, of course we're more central, but if you want to make your way over, it's going to see a lot of great soccer. International Friendlies will continue on Sunday as well as Tuesday, and that will be part of the schedule. The United States will face Australia Sunday at 6. Prior to that will be England and Brazil at 3, and then on Tuesday will be England and Australia at 3, and the United States and Brazil at 6. As we talked about the Development Academy, they got the select match, a lot of stuff going on, and you can see that, of course, the men's national team, the U.S. under-17s team, closed out the trip to Chile where they drew Qatar 1-1, and part of the Bernardo O'Higgins, and that's where the World Cup will be next year for these under-17s. Najee Wright got the goal. The U.S. dominated that game but couldn't come away with anything other than that one goal. Aside from that, they lost to Brazil, so it could be interesting come Sunday in a rematch. And of course, that was a final match up here just a couple last year. A lot of things going on too when you see a few players. Haji Wright, one of the 5 nominees for the Young Male Athlete of the Year, along with Christian Pulisic, those two on this team here. And they'll be going against DeAndre Yedlin, as well as Emerson Hinman and Mkule Akale. England's lined up, U.S. doing their things. They will make a substitution onto the game. Will be Tyler Adams, who will come on. Did not see the number who he's for. Came on for Matthew Olasunde, who actually left the field. We saw him on the penalty kick that the United States sent. Olasunde hit that shot. He had to go off the field and get a little bit of treatment. Perhaps that's something there. Perhaps it's just caution because it is a cool night here in Bradenton. So we'll have to check that. But Tyler Adams will come on for Olasunde. England gets the kickoff here to start the second half. The United States leads 2-0. And they'll test Adams right away. Adams will move to the right side and just take the exact same position that Olasunde did. And now Adams will play it off of the falling Idun. Pulisic brings the ball down off the long throw. And that ball's going to bounce in Zendejas, but it's blocked off from the ball by Collins. Collins misplayed it, but was able to use his body very adeptly and kept him from going on. Here's Hector Ingram going at Adams. 19 versus 19. Step inside, and now the shot towards the back post. That ball's kind of skipping out. Don't know if it quite hit the post or not, but it's going to go out for a goal kick. The way it kind of bent away, it was definitely wide, and that's be the goal kick. So let's get a good look at that. Here's Hector Ingram. Steps inside Adams. Adams going the wrong direction. And as he brought it back, he ended up using the right foot. And as I said, no, just wide as wide of the net. Didn't really try and get a bend on it. And that's why Silva will send this one long after playing it short. Holland out wide now to Hector Ingram. And Nelson will send this one back. Pulisic. I mentioned one of those 5 finalists for the Young Athlete of the Year, alongside his teammate Haji Wright, 2 of those 5 on this team. Goal number 15 on the year for Christian Pulisic. It's a little bit to go here in the few games remaining. These next two to catch Haji right. Nice ball dropped down, coming across, and that's ripped on net, and it's just wide. And that's Josh Perez, it appeared, that had an opportunity, took the left foot and ripped it near post, and it stayed just wide of the near post. Let's see if we got anything on that. Is Whiteman will take a goal kick. England plays it out the back, given plenty of room to dribble up the field. It's Humphreys Grant. Humphreys Grant wide to Collins. Those two center backs for England. England makes no changes. The United States just the one. Nice run and staying onside is Zendejas. Zendejas sees right running. He'll feed it up towards him, and it'll go towards the back post. Pulisic on it, onto his right foot. Pulisic shot and goal! Christian Pulisic with goal number 16, his second of the day. And we'll get a good look here as this one, as it was Zendejas, it looked like, who played the ball across. Pulisic took a step to his right and slotted it just inside the post. The goal goes to Christian Pulisic. So the United States with a 3-0 lead.
He's number 9. Sorry, check that, number 9.
48th minute, the U.S. takes a 3-0 lead against England. These two teams met last year here, the Nike Friendlies, on this same field. Final score was 4-1 as this one goes out for a corner kick. Another look at the goal again. As you can see a little bit more, the ball played across. Pulisic able to control it at the top of the penalty area and then put it in to the near post.
Goal scored for the United States in the 48th minute by number 10, Christian Pulisic, assisted by number 9.
Headed down by Collins. Collins with a clean header just inside the penalty spot, and a dangerous one, but Silva right at him, able to control it. So one thing about Kevin Silva today, the positioning's been great and it's been very clean on the handle. Been no rebounds as England's had plenty of opportunities to send bodies at him. Yates on the far side. England still threatening. Meche. Now back across. Silva dives to his right, keeps it down, and now it's cleared out of the box. Silva trying to keep that ball from going across his goal mouth where anyone can punch it in. Another nice job. Davies taken off the ball by Cavillo. Overlapping run, he done. Deflected. Silva will collect it. Short ball, played out the back, Villela. Foul will be called on Humphreys Grant. Make that Hector Ingram. England takes the ball away. It is now in the penalty area. Barber able to recover and force Hector Ingram to go backwards. England again now tries to put the ball across. It goes all the way across the goal mouth. Will roll out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for the United States. like to thank the people who came up at halftime and put ice in my drink. Or no, it's just that cold out here in Bradenton. Not really. I guess for those watching on ussoccer.com, it's a lot colder than the mid-50s as it is in Bradenton, but certainly a little cold, a little below average here. Sunday should be a wonderful day. Throw in for England. This ball will be deflected off the U.S. It'll be an English throw. Ball whipped across and strongly headed out by Villela. Nice ball in, but no white shirts around there. But Villela came through before anyone could. Humphreys Grant into Ndukwu. Davies back towards the net, able to turn. He'll send it wide. Out to Holland. Holland on the right foot. Go at the defender, Haji Wright. Haji Wright did just enough in order to keep him off the ball. Will roll out, goal kick. Long ball intended for Perez, will roll off the sideline. Little speculation on Ola Sunday. We see an ice bag on the shoulder, perhaps. Don't know if it's precautionary or what, but as we mentioned, he came off the field on the Pulisic penalty. Perhaps fell on it a little earlier. But seems to be moving the arm, so a little gingerly as the U.S. threatens now. Haji Wright onto the left foot, gets the defender down. Now he steps in and gets it to Pulisic. Pulisic has nowhere to go. He'll turn, put it across, and Perez cannot get there before the white defender does. And that one's sent over by Ndukwu. It'll be a corner kick. And here's another look at that as Pulisic, as Haji Wright, good move. Pulisic, not a lot, goes to the inline. Pits it across, and as you can see, Perez is there, but Ndukwu gets there just before him. So Perez will take this corner. Left foot looks like it'll be an in swinger. Headed away by Davies. He'll go to the far side, chased down by Zendejas. He'll let it roll out for a corner kick. They'll call a goal kick, but it appeared to go off the head of Davies, but the referee saw something we didn't. So it will be a goal kick. He is closer to it than I am, that's for sure. Long ball out by Whiteman. Waiting on it is Nelson. Cavillo. Back out to Nelson. Nelson with a little bit of space will attack the defense. Get it to Pulisic. Zendejas able to run down that throw into the corner. De La Torre and Zendejas. De La Torre into Pulisic. Pulisic on the left foot. Steps over, goes through the defender, but the defender recovers. That's Collins. And now that ball will go off of Collins. It'll be a throw in for the United States. There's Pulisic, who has scored 2 goals tonight, makes that 16. Second on the team to Haji Wright's 18. Now England threatens. That one go out of bounds. Nice shoulder by Tyler Adams. Will earn the United States a throw. There's Perez into right. Tied up, loose ball, goes England's way. Davies out to Ndukwu. Ndukwu still with the ball. Voids the tackle, and now Hector Ingram. Left foot, cross. Top of the penalty area, headed away by the U.S. Davies with it. He'll look from 30, and he'll look in towards Holland. Holland steps over, overlapping. That's Yates. Deflected, and this one as Silva goes down to his left. Not a lot on the shot. Well, there's another save for Kevin Silva. Appeared to be Ndukwu, ran onto that one. Between him and Amecha, they've had a couple of opportunities, just not able to get it on. Of course, difficult. A little more strength may have given England those opportunities to find and change that 0 earlier in the game. Still 3-0 United States. We've been to the 59th minute now. Zendejas, Nelson. Pulisic. And this could be a caution to the United States. De La Torre perhaps got the feet tied up, and Ndukwu was going. It will be a caution to De La Torre. We'll take a look at the replay, but this one in this day and age of soccer, you get those feet tied up when someone's beating you, and you will get the caution almost every time, and that's the case here as Luca De La Torre receives it here in the 60th minute. Deflected, Silva back on the ball. Nice job by Kevin Silva. Gave up a rebound, but kept it close enough where he could pounce on it. And there's the young goalkeeper for the United States. Quite a few saves in this one for him.
Yellow card issued in the 60th minute to number 8, Luca De La Torre.
The U.S. turns it over. Long ball. In for Zendejas. He brings it down with his chest. Wright is running on. He gets it in front of Haji Wright. Into the penalty area. Onto his foot. And a nice job of defending by Adam Collins. Or Daniel Collins, that is. As Danny was able to step in front of him and force that turnover. Like England ready to make a substitution. Bet you that information here shortly as this one goes out of bounds. And that could be the impetus for it. It will be. Adam Phillips will make his way onto the field. And he'll be coming on for Lucas Nmecha. So Nmecha comes off and Adam Phillips comes on.
Substitution in the 61st minute for England. Entering the game, number 8, Adam Phillips. Leaving the game, number 9, Lucas Nmecha.
Ball goes off of Haji. Throw in England. Collins in for Yates. Davies and Holland. Right foot cross. Barber goes down, keeps it out. Daniel Barber. Nice job defensively. Now Zendejas. Danny Barber on the ball now. Nice job of composure, kept it, and now the U.S. will look to go forward. Into Haji Wright, who's behind him. He's got a defender coming across, 2 men on the back post. He'll try and go around the defender. The first one he does, second one he doesn't. Davies will take it into the corner. And now it's end-to-end action. Yates tries to play it in, and this one will roll. Barber will cut it off. Danny Collins. Both coaches look a little exasperated as each team's turning it over quickly after gaining possession. This one stepped into the penalty area, shot. This one's going to go to the far post, going to roll across the front of the net, and it will go wide. England had an opportunity, and it looks like it may have deflected off the United States. And that was Holland, it appears. Yeah, Holland on the back post. Hit the ball across. As Patching ready to take the kick, and Holland able to get around and then sent it across. And no, it was a save by Silva. Silva able to get a hand on it. Patching headed away by Calvillo. De La Torre plays it out. So Silva able to go down to his right. Don't know whether or not it was enough, but that's what gave him the corner kick. He done? Pulisic and Valela combine to defend and get the free kick going in the other direction. Valela down for just a little bit longer. See if he gets waved on, or I think he's all right to get up. He just got clipped in the calf, back of the foot or so. Goes off of the English defender. Adam Phillips, one of his first touches here since he's joined the game. That one's headed out of bounds by Ndukwu. Gavillo. Barber's pass intercepted. De La Torre didn't see the man coming behind him. And now Ndukwu will play it out wide. There's Phillips. This Phillips' cross blocked by Villela. Into the United States will be Pierre da Silva making his way on. He'll come on for Josh Perez. As Perez now makes his way. Pierre da Silva will come in.
Substitution in the 66th minute for the United States. Entering the game, number 18, Pierre da Silva. Leaving the game, number 11, Josh Perez.
Looks like they'll move Haji Wright to more the right midfield position, and Pierre da Silva will assume the role on the left side. Played across. Patching's long ball. It's going to find Yates. There's Holland. Still in possession. Holland able to get through the penalty area. Goes down, but it's cleared away. And that ball's going to stay in bounds. Chased down here by Humphreys Grant. Cameron Humphreys Grant. And now he'll have a miscommunication with Adam Phillips. It'll be a throw in. Pulisic quickly takes it into Zendejas. Zendejas looks to turn. Gets it to Haji Wright. Right with De La Torre. This one will go off of Davies. Pulisic. It's got Adams on the outside. He doesn't give it to him, but the ball finds its way there anyway. Throw in U.S. Step over, and the U.S. with a dangerous position. This is going to deflect off. It'll be a corner kick. Pulisic looking for the hat trick. Not able to get that one on net, or at least it was deflected out wide. And the U.S. will take the corner. We have an English player down. That is Holland, Nathan Holland. England looking to make a couple of substitutions. Ike Ugbo. So Ike Ugbo will come on for Nathan Holland. And Reese Oxford will make his way on. We'll verify who he's coming on for. However, it's Holland is off on the backside. England will be playing short for just a minute. Haji right, ball is loose, and the ball now cleared away. So that one will go out. It will be a U.S. throw-in, and now we'll have the substitutions. As we mentioned, 17 for 7 as Holland is off on the far side. He's walking off. So Ike Ugbo on. As we mentioned, Reese Oxford will be coming on, and he'll make his way for Danny Collins. So the second and third subs used by England tonight. The U.S. has used 2 themselves. Throw in by Adams into Haji Wright. Haji Wright now with the ball at his feet. Looks to turn, goes 2 directions, now back. Will it make Pulisic? No. The tackle, and this one's going to go off of Pulisic. It'll be a goal kick for England. 70 minutes have passed here at Lakewood Ranch. The United States leads 3-0. Again, last year, this 2 teams with a 3-goal difference. 4-1 was the final. On to the end of this, Hector Ingram. Nice job of toe poke by Barber, but Ingram still with the ball. Now Davies tries to go across. Now a shot deflected off of Cavillo. As Zendejas will chase it down, but England has it. Nice turn by Zendejas. Gets around the defender, and down he goes. Into the middle, Pulisic. This ball's not going to meet Pulisic. Zendejas with a great move, but the ball to look for Christian Pulisic a little bit too much, and Alfie Whiteman able to collect it at the top of the penalty area. Now England will quickly try to counter. Danny Adams goes high just to barely get a hand on it. Avoiding contact in Duku. And now Barber will just clear this one out and let the United States recover for just a second. Seem to not have their shape, and now they'll try to recover. First touch for Reese Oxford. Patching on the ball. Will Patching. And this one will go all the way back to the feet of the United States keeper, Kelvin Silva. England with possession, going across midfield. Cleats got tied up. It'll be a free kick for England. Tyler Adams whistled on this as Ndukwu goes down.
Give him.
Teo Edun over the ball for a moment, but Patching will come across. He will set this up. Patching sends the ball, back post, Silva comes out, punches it away. Collision there and able to stand up is Silva. Barber heads it out, and can Silva run it down? He does. Good work on the United States defense, and Silva came off his line strong. I think it was the Captain Davies who came in, made a collision, and ball still being chased around, and Silva able to come up with it. Davies on with the ball. There's Patching. Patching will play it back to his defenders. And England will look to move the ball around. 3-0 United States. Looking to see and connect with Haji as this one will roll out of bounds. To Silva, one of his first touches. There's Haji right. England with possession, looking, keeping the ball. United States packed behind it, forcing them just to play the short passes. Now played in the penalty area, and a long ball by Davies will bounce back to Silva. Villela, Silva. Chested down by Oxford. Humphreys Grant. Ike Ugbo. Patching, England. Hector Ingram on the back post, on the cross, goes over everyone. United States will chase it down and dribble from the back. It's to Silva. Looking long, Zendejas. A little bit of a collision, but the ball will roll towards Humphreys Grant, and he'll play it back to his goalkeeper, Whiteman. Alfie Whiteman, the English keeper. Now a long ball. This one's going to roll out of bounds for a goal kick. Good work by the United States. Haji right turns. Attacking third. He'll try and go around. A nice tackle by Reese Oxford. Barber now. Gavillo. And Villela. And Tyler Adams. Pulisic finds the open man. And the United States will look to switch the field. Zendejas out wide. There's Nelson. Nelson goes at the defenders. Brings it down to the penalty area. Has to turn. A little bit of space. Zendejas again. Good possession by the United States. Swing keep away with a 3-0 lead. Nice move out on wide, and it's now shot, and it's going to go over the net. Good individual work by the United States. Maybe De Silva perhaps out wide. See as we get a look at Haji Wright. Putting it over was De La Torre. Yep. De Silva to De La Torre, but nice move out wide. Kind of got the crowd going. Haji Wright, one of the finalists for the young men as far as the athlete. Good look at him right there for a moment. Now turnover again for the United States and Pulisic. Barber. There's Zendejas. Pulisic taking off the ball. Get another review here as we saw the move by De Silva. Plays it into De La Torre, whose right foot shot goes into the bleachers. Two more subs for England coming up. Onto the field will be Kyron Stabana. And he's on for James Yates. And off is Tom Davies, who's wearing the captain's armband. He hands that over back to one of his defenders, and on to the game will be Daniel Wright. Looks like Reese Oxford will be wearing the captain's armband now for England. England's next match is Brazil. Sunday, 3 o'clock, right here, Lakewood Ranch. And USsoccer.com. The United States next match also Sunday, 6 o'clock versus Australia. Same story, USsoccer.com or out here Lakewood Ranch. Just over 10 minutes to play. United States leading 3-0. Possession control game now here for the U.S. Now a chance to go forward. De Silva will chase it down after that pass goes awry. Sent up long. Chested down by Cavilla. De La Torre, nice turn. This one is going to go off the United States. Appears next throw, the United States will have a couple of subs. Be a free kick for England. It's a good look at Teo Edan, one of the English defenders. Long ball played over the top, headed back by Adams to Silva. Silva will take this opportunity, make England defend, pressure the ball a little bit, and now he'll pick it up and he'll play it short. He's got Barber. Barber now a pressure on him, and they'll play it back here to the corner to Villela. Haji Wright flicks it on. Zendejas. Deflects off the U.S., and here will be an opportunity for substitutions. Off coming for the United States, Alejandro Zendejas. And Mackenzie Gaines on for him. Also off will be Luca De La Torre. On for him will be Thomas McCabe. And finally on for the United States will be Kelly Keegan. And off will be Christian Pulisic. Pulisic with a couple of goals. Zendejas with the other one. That's the 3 goals. Those are coming off the field right now for the United States. And those are here in the 84th minute.
Also entering the game, number 20, Kelly Keegan. Leading the game, number 10, Christian Pulisic.
England coming into the United States here on the 22nd. Monday. Was that the 24th? I guess that was the 24th. That was Monday the 24th. And they'll get a dangerous free kick here. About 18 yards off the end line. But it is wide, and the United States will set a one-man wall. Right now, that's Keegan. Offsides on England as they came back on. It's Keegan Kelly, that is, not Kelly Keegan. Ball was inside the penalty area, and when that ball was not played out of the penalty area, ball always has to clear the area if it's inside, and that was not the case. Barber put his foot out too early, and now we'll be able to continue. Nice turn by Keegan. It's Pierre Da Silva on it. Now Kelly Keegan. Keegan Kelly, that is. His left foot shot goes over the top. It's a good look at Keegan Kelly. Cameron Humphreys Grant looking for Jamal Hector Ingram. Will come down to Ndukwu. Ndukwu to the end line, being marked there by Adams. That ball played into the box, headed away. Another good look at Jurgen Klinsmann, getting his viewpoint here for the under-17 boys national team, men's national team that is, as they prepare here for the World Cup at the Nike International Friendlies. Again, part of the winter showcase as Silva comes off his line to collect this one. The U.S. Soccer Development Academy's winter showcase. with under 18 and under 16 action happening over the next 5 days through Wednesday. Of course, 4 more Nike International Friendlies, 2 on Sunday, 2 on Tuesday. Action sprinkled in between, and also a select team game. That one should be on Monday night, 6 o'clock. That one sent out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for England. Barber keeps that one from going directly in to the penalty area, but England able to chase it down. Ball played all the way across the penalty area. Tyler Adams just sends it long. Stay in bounds. It does. Now Humphrey Grant will use Oxford. Coming across midfield. That's Ike Ugbo. And that ball standing out of bounds was Stabana. Daniel Wright will earn a throw in for England. Now Wright at his feet. A little bit of space for Humphrey Grant. She plays Adam Phillips. Phillips. He done. As we hit 90 minutes on the clock, there will be 3 extra minutes played here tonight. Towards the back post, Ndukwu. A little shoving going on, but he'll chase it down. Ndukwu will turn inside the box. Down to the line, coming across, and the shot and a goal. So England avoids the shutout, and Ndukwu chases the ball down. And Daniel Wright gets it from Leighton Ndukwu. And here's another look at that as Wright, the substitute, came on. There's Ndukwu with the turn. Gets to the end line and pulls it back, and they're on the run, not running with them, is Daniel Wright. So now the United States sees their shutout disappear. It's 3-1. Mackenzie Gaines now, though, his 19th appearance. Second on the team only, too. Haji Wright. Now Gaines will chase it down into the corner. He's got Phillips on him. And that ball will deflect off. Or no, it just goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in, or a goal kick, excuse me. There's Gaines. And Wright's been very busy since he came in. U.S. looking to get that 3-goal advantage back here in the final seconds of stoppage time. Nelson plays it out wide, and it will go out for a corner kick as Keegan Kelly couldn't get that one across as a tackle. U.S. in the short corner. Just try and hold it in the corner. 2 English players, and it will be a throw-in now for the U.S. And that's the final whistle. So the United States, despite giving up a goal in the 90th minute, have earned a 3-1 victory in their first game here at the Nike International Friendlies. And we'll get a good chance here, as you can see that the teams will be going out. We'll get a good chance in just a couple of minutes to see some of the highlights of the game. These 2 teams will both face off on Tuesday or Sunday. We'll try it one more time. Sunday it is. And England will face Brazil at 3 o'clock, and the United States will face Australia. So we'll have a couple of ideas. The stats here, the United States with shots on goal or shots will be 8. England actually outshot the U.S. From 11 to 10. The shots on goal was 7 for England, 5 for the United States. 6 saves are for the United States goalie, 1 save for the English goalkeeper. 5 corner kicks to 4. The U.S. had that. Fouls were about 10 to 9, and only 1 offsides. That was on England. So that was the stats for tonight. The United States wins this one 3-1. We'll go ahead and take a quick look at the highlights here when we get an opportunity. As we see the team shaking hands. Again, part of the whole U.S. soccer winter development, but we'll tell you about that in just a second. But let's take a look at those highlights here. Back from the first half. There's the goal by Zendejas, who was able to get that in with a left thigh. Nice ball there by Perez. Zendejas on the near post run, able to send that one into the corner. Here is the penalty kick call. Olasunde was able to rip it in, and it went off the arm, and then Pulisic puts it down to the keeper's left. Keeper goes the wrong way, and that made it 2-0 United States. That was the score at half, and in the second half, the United States was able to get that second goal from Christian Pulisic. Pulisic turned out to be the insurance goal throughout, 3-1. His second goal of the night is 16th of the season, and then of the year, that is, and 18 for Haji Wright. So it could be interesting over these last 2 games. Another look at that. And, of course, England scored last minute or so. All part of the U.S. Winter Development Soccer Development Academy Winter Showcase. Try and say that about 5 times when it's 50 degrees outside. So I'm shivering. But it's I'm sure y'all don't have any pity for me. Well, Sunday will be much nicer weather. But, of course, down here in Bradenton, lots of great soccer will be going on down here throughout tomorrow, all the way in through Wednesday, but the Nike International Friendlies on Sunday and Tuesday. So our thanks to everyone down there. We'll talk to you on a couple of days on Sunday afternoon. USsoccer.com, live from Bradenton. The U.S. get a win 3-1. Now sits second in the tables. Brazil had a 4-0 victory earlier today. U.S. will face Australia, Brazil on England before U.S. will face Brazil on Tuesday. That's it for tonight. We'll talk to you next time.